Hello, welcome to Ephemera Files by Tommy, and today I was inspired by a couple of videos that I watched this week. One was a video from Tania at Tatty Treasures, and she sent my mind racing down this rabbit trail that ended up joining with another trail from Cara at Reborn Art and Healing. I will link both of those inspirational videos below. And then I came up with this, and I wanted to do it with my May Mayhem journal with Dear Julie, and I will also link that stuff below. And this is the kit that I'm using with my May Mayhem, and I just love the colors. And my theme is going to be paisley petals. And here, speaking of petals, today is May 5th, so I am wearing a bracelet that was made in Mexico in honor of Cinco de Mayo. I don't really do a whole lot of other stuff, except we are going to a friend's house tonight. But anyway, back to the project. I have not, let's see, I have done part of what Cara did with her video that I'm going to share, but I hadn't done another part with it, which I found very interesting. And so I'm going to try some of that on here. I have pulled out some punches because of what Tania did. And so it's going to be a compilation, and I hope those two ladies are happy with where I took their ideas. So I have these punches. I have a 1.5 and a 1 3/4 and a 2-inch circle punch over here. Over here I have a 2.5 inch and a 1 1/4 inch scallop punch, and I have a 3-inch oval. And I have some people that are working out in the yard, so you may hear engines and stuff, but it's a nice day. I've got my window open, so we'll just deal with that. Anyway, back to the project. How many times am I going to say back to the project? Anybody want to count? I have pulled out Distress Spray stains in, let's see, Uncharted Mariner, and I have to tell you, this is probably one of my favorite colors right now. I think I've been using it on everything. And Vintage Photo, and then I also have Distress Mica Stain, and this is Tart Cranberry, and this was from the Christmas release. It came with Balsam Fir and I think Icy something. Fresh Balsam and Winter Frost. And Winter Frost probably would work too, but I didn't want too much shine, too much shininess going on, because this has mica in it, mica powder, and that's what I'm trying to shake up to make sure that it's all mixed up in there, and that gives it a shiny sparkle. And then I also have my water bottle. I have my splat box over here, and I'll put it over here so that you can see what I'm doing. And then I have some papers. And since I'm not sure how this is going to do, I only pulled one. This was just to show you the colors in the kit. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous, gorgeous. Since I only had one paper in here that I really wasn't worried about if the color bled through from the back, because I'm sure it's going to, I also grabbed a stack of cardstock so that I could continue on with the project. I feel like I'm very scattered today. I did take my meds. Also, I have pulled several stencils, and my theme is paisley. My theme is paisley petals. And believe it or not, I don't have any petal stencils like this. I have one that's individual paisleys. So I'll use it for stamping, or not stamping, but stenciling. But for this particular project, I need big stencils. So I'm going to use this stencil, and 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 this stencil. And you'll find out shortly how all of that is going to work together. So I'm going to get my splat box moved over here and I'll be right back. All right, I don't know how this is gonna work. This may be a total fail, but you get to come along with me for the fail. And I have been working on how I want to rearrange things and rework things in the studio. And I'm hopefully going to have a better setup for my filming. So the first paper I'm putting in is going to be the one with the words on it. And it's just a bunch of random words. They're all positive words like friends and creativity and amazing. And I'm going to put that down in there first. And I can already tell that this may not work. Okay, so I had to quick on the fly make another splat box, which I just so happened to have this box that my Hello Crafts? Oh man, I already forgot the name of it. Anyway, that order came in. So I put a piece of this paper down in there just because I like to change it out, because cardboard does soak up a lot of whatever you're doing in it that's splatting. And I'd prefer to be able to use it multiple times. All right, so first paper I'm going to put in is this one that has all the words on it. It's just a bunch of positive words. It's called typewriter font and it's from Recollections. And it's got like friends and creativity and things like that on it. And it is one of the papers that I pulled for my May Mayhem challenge that I don't mind if the ink seeps through, because I know it's going to seep through to the front. And the first thing that we're going to do, now I'm trying to pull from memory, I should have taken notes. The first thing I want to do is spray the paper. Doesn't have to be equally wet, okay? It might even be better if it's not equally wet. Then I'm going to take my distress spray and I'm just going to spray a little. I'm just spraying a little. It looks like a lot. That was just 2 half-hearted sprays. And now I am going to place this stencil on the top. And I'm going to spray it with some more water. Kind of get that vintage photo moving around. And then what Cara did, and this may not work because I don't know if my paper is wet enough, but we'll try it. She took some of her alcohol inks and dabbed them around in it and then put another paper on top of it. Well, I don't know that I want to try the alcohol inks with this right now. So I am going to just kind of adjust a little bit what she did. And I'm going to go with a little spray, just a little spray of the blue on there. And this is an experiment. We're gonna see how this works. And then I'm just gonna try a little, ooh, that comes out kind of spotty. That may be pretty. All right, so now I'm going to take one of these other papers, these cardstock papers, and just place it on top. And I know it's not the same size, and that's not going to matter. And that looks like my finger's bleeding. All I did was touch the ink. So there's no blood involved in this project yet. We'll see what happens. Now, something else that I wanted to do was use the punches. And this is where the part from the inspiration from Tania came. And so I'm going to punch out some punches and just let them land on the paper however they land. I can arrange them after I punch them. But right now I'm just trying to see how this is going to work, so I'm not being very particular. It's just paper. I can always use it for something else, right? If it doesn't turn out the way I want it, then I'll do something different. That one didn't pop out. The bigger ones don't pop as well. They just kind of lay there. or get stuck. Let's scoot you over here. And then one more. It's my newest punch because my other punch like this broke. And it popped. All right, so I have these, and I'm just going to place them randomly. And I'm going to give a squirt of water and put that one back on there. And I'm going to go and do my sprays again. And look how that's already coming out. I think that just looks really, really cool. Actually, no, I'm not doing the spray yet. I need to put another stencil down. And I think I'll try this one. It's just a little big for the box. So we'll see what happens with that. Now we'll get the sprays out again. And what those circles are going to do is kind of act like a mask. So the paper that's underneath is not only going to have the stencil part, but it's going to have the circle part in there. And neither of the ladies did that, so this one will be all on me. All right. I'm already getting kind of excited to see how this turns out. All right, and so now I'm going to spray just a little bit, or maybe a lot. And I think I'm going to put two papers down. I'm going to go. Can't quite go center, but I can go pretty close. And I'm going to push that down. And I'm going to spray it again. Let's see, what stencil do I want to do next? Let's try this one. I have some of these stencils I have not used yet because I got them, I think, I don't know, I think I got these like last summer, maybe. For some reason, I am thinking it was last summer. That's pretty. Alrighty. Oh, I wanted to spray first. And I think I'm just going to spray with one of them this time. I think I'm just going to use the vintage and see what happens. First, I'll do that. Then I'll put the stencil on. And then I think I'm just going to use the Uncharted Mariner. I'm going to go a little heavier on this one because I'm actually trying to cover the whole stencil so that my next papers get that imprint. Ooh, okay. I'm not setting that back down. I like that. But I am out of papers. I need to go get more. Thinking this is kind of turning out like jelly printing does. You get started and it's like, oh, I want to try this. Oh, let's try this. Oh, how about this one? And I did move my stencil, so I need to put it back. And then put this in a little more carefully this time so that I don't shift. Do the same with this one. Just going right to that center. Okay. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. I'm going to wet this down a little bit. And I think I'm going to punch some more shapes out. Also, there's a golf outing today, so we're going to hear golfers. Hopefully they keep their language clean. And now I'm going to see if maybe I can slide up in here and get a few more punches out of this without having to cut it apart. Yep, that one worked. Let's see. I don't think I can get any more out of that one without cutting it apart, and I don't want to cut it apart. That's kind of the point of this particular one that I'm doing. I'm going to move these around. You'll see what I'm doing here in just a second. Okie doke. And now I'm going to spray that with one of the colors. Let's see. I think I'll do the vintage photo again. And then I'm going to put another stencil on top because I just want to see what happens. Don't you? I have to tell you, sometimes I can get really drawn down a rabbit trail, a rabbit hole, whatever you want to call it. Fall down the rabbit hole. That would be Alice in Wonderland, right? Okay, let's pull another stencil out of here. I kind of wish I had a green, but I don't. Well, I do, but it's shiny. You know, I may pull it out anyway. Let's just try it. I do have another green. It's cracked pistachio, and I don't know. I think that this one would work better, the fresh balsam, even though it's a little shiny. Because the cracked pistachio just has a little bit too much blue in it, I think. And I'm just going to try to mostly get this one on the leaves. Or in a leafy area. And maybe it might do well to spray in there instead of on the side of the box. There. I may like that, I may not. And then I'm going to do the flowers in a little bit of the, and see that mica settles in there really quick. You have to shake it every so often. Do a little bit of the red on the flowers. And then I'm going to do some of the blue on the flowers because in that main page that I showed you, see the reds and the blues. So pretty. All right, we'll find out what happens with that. And I am going to put, I'm just going to put a couple of papers on there. I'm just going to put one paper on there. Like that. And then I'm going to put two papers on top of that. I don't know why. I just feel like I probably should. I think I am going to spray it again because I think water is your friend when you're using the Distress inks. At least it's my friend. That's part of the reason why I like them so much. Matter of fact, it's almost the only ink I have is Distress. All right, I want to, actually, I think I want to do this so that I can make a couple of folded papers that'll be white on one side, or white-ish. How about that? Because I don't know that any of them are going to be white anywhere at all. I wonder if I can get, I don't know if I can get both of these stencils on the same layout or not. Let's find out. All right, I realize that some of you may have been gone a long time ago, but for those that are still here, are you enjoying this process as much as I am? Let's see, how can I get, put that one down and put that one there. Let's see if I turn this. Aha, right there. There you go. I like that. That worked. All right. Get a little giddy here now. All right, so I am going to just spray the centers of my flowers with the blue. And go around the outside with the red. I need to get those little buds there and those little buds there. And then, right now it looks very patriotic, doesn't it? All right. Oh my, it's leaking. Let's do this. I don't know what happened there. Got a little extra green on that one. All right, and then on the leaves, and that's a leaf, and those are leaves, and that's a leaf. Yeah. I'm very colorful now. All right, and I'm just going to take two papers and sandwich that in there. There we go, there we go. Am I done? I think I'd like to make some papers that are just colored, that I can cut up and use for making journaling card backs and stuff. So I'm going to use all of my sprays, and I'm just going to spray randomly. And I think I'm going to go with the vintage photo first in the four corners. Well, so it's two corners since there's two papers. Let's see. And I'm going to go with a little bit of the green, not a lot. Now a little bit of the Distressed Mariner. And if I don't like it, you know what? I can always dye it again. I can just throw it in a tub of coffee dye or tea dye and be just fine with it. I'm going to put that on there. Like that. And that on there like that. I'm going to put one more on just to protect. And then I'm going to spray it all down really well. And then I'm going to let that sit for a little while, let everything kind of stew together, and then I'll come back and show you what I got.